The Federal Housing Authority was established about 45 years ago. Through this period, they have built estates all over the country. Government funds, over ₦1 trillion was committed to the various projects executed by the Federal Housing Authority. Federal Housing Authority at one moment in time became like an orphan in government, among government agencies. It was the last time the Federal Housing Authority was given a board of directors was during the Obasanjo era. There was an attempt to establish a technical board, not board of directors, as stipulated by the law establishing the agency, a technical board. And the purpose of that technical board was to sell off the Federal Housing Authority to private estate developers. When we came in, we said, no, we cannot have that. You cannot proscribe an agency except when you proscribe the law establishing it. It is against the law to do anything outside the law. Your Excellency, the Federal Housing Authority has not been funded through budgets. I can understand if there is an argument to the effect that the funds provided for Federal Housing Authority should be a revolving fund. You build, you sell, you use again. But over time, the successive administrations within the authority made mistakes by siting estates in locations that could not be sold. Your Excellency could remember how Shagari quarters were treated because they were sited outside the towns and they were neglected and abandoned. That did not serve as an example to some of the administrations of the Federal Housing Authority. They still went ahead to build in places where they could not sell. In the process, there was talk. No money, no projects. As you are fully aware, the Federal Housing Authority by law is the agency responsible for the implementation of the National Housing Program of Government, not the ministry. What we want Your Excellency to do for us is to make your office the coordinating office. Let the Federal Housing Authority, the representatives of the diaspora, and the senior special assistant to the president on diaspora meet here. Let us fashion out how best to go about this thing. Because with the diaspora Nigerians, I think the Federal Housing Authority may not have much problem to face, especially in terms of funding. We can do it in the same manner the private developers do. Bring your money, we develop your place. As it progresses, will be commensurate to as you contribute. And I think they are ready to do that because they have been duped before in millions of dollars and they almost lost confidence. The only way we can bring back confidence in it is if the office of the Secretary to the Government can be the coordinating office for the development of the diaspora city, which the FCT Minister has graciously granted land for that purpose.
And housing is needful, and it is expected of every responsible government to provide shelter for its people. And how do you do it? You do it through a policy that is formulated, a policy that can be sustainable, a policy that is thought through, and houses too that should be affordable to the people of Nigeria. We need to take a step backwards, look at the policies that have been put in place, and begin to work out a roadmap of sustainable housing development program. Office of the Secretary for the Government. Thank you.